So what I want to do is I want to beat this parkour map. It probably not going to do it this stream. It's pretty long and it is not easy. So I I want to see if I've still got what it takes. So oh shoot. I am very professional, as you can see. So professional that I forgot to put up the window. That's I do not. Haha! Here we go. Great. Cool. Yeah, let's just do that. Whatever. This is. I loaded it the wrong version. I know what I'm doing. I don't care. That's crazy. ASD jump. So, the thing is with this map is it was supposed to be a spiritual successor to a map that I made about I don't even know. I think 5 years ago. I never released it, and nobody will ever get to see it. I don't. I maybe. I think that all of the files for it are completely lost. Uh, but yeah, just don't way to jump away. I made a difficulty chart over here. Actually, I to play with Quake Pro because I'm very proud of this thing that I made, the parkour trainer. So, because a lot of the jumps that I have on my map are, uh, I didn't really know. I don't really know a lot of the names of these jumps. I made a bunch of commands and stuff to place a lot of these blocks. Well, we don't get to have to play with that one yet. And I also made a this which is a bunch of stuff that's like this was for debugging and stuff like that. This is the final level. This is cheating. This is also cheating. This is in case like also debugging type stuff. If for some reason this gets lost. This was. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. Forgot about this. Well, he does not have that skin anymore. Apologies. I'm not a great content creator. Let's get started. There I am. This map is based off of a map made in 2019 that I made. It was on Bedrock and was under a similar name. It went largely unfinished and few people ever played it. Friends who tried it though thought it was very difficult and I thought it was quite fun. This map took roughly 130. Alright. I didn't even know that I put that in there. This is a couple of the bonus. Oh, all of the bonus levels. Cool. Did I ever finish all? I finished all these? I don't remember finishing all those bonus levels. I'm so sorry. This is just me trying to remember. The green room. So, I have music in the background because one of the things that I never added in this map was command block music, which if I was ever to remake or like make a sequel, I would probably add that because it adds a lot. It some reason, I don't know. I never added it. A lot of the I made it a very certain way for a reason. One, I was not that great with commands. I'm a lot better now. I'd probably use mods if I was making a second map, because mod parkour maps are cool. But all of these is just there's a command under here, and okay, you can't see that. There is a command block that is under here and under here, and obviously the one up there. That's why those things are so big. And if I can remember right, yeah, that's for the special level. This is probably one of the better levels so early on. So a lot of another reason though why a lot of the I keep rambling. I'm sorry. Another reason why some of the things are not as maybe not as good as they could have been is because I was trying to intentionally almost remake my old map that I made on Bedrock as like a very young kid. And there's stuff that's like, well, I did this when I was there, and I did this when I was there. So maybe it's like, oh, I want to do that because that's what I did before. And think it's very late at night. I want to remake it because I want to redo what I did before. It's like a nostalgia trip for me. This is the first hard jump. It's not that hard. I never fixed that, and that's always how I did that. I guess I thought it wasn't worth it. Seabound. This is the level that all of my friends, whenever they tested out this map, they're like, this level sucks. And I'm like, well, eh. Another thing that at some point in development, I tried adding it so that whenever you touch the floor, you go back to the beginning. I just didn't like that. So if you really need to reset, I added the reset button. Yeah, you're in. And the reset button is supposed to just take you back to the beginning. There's also some. I believe that there is a couple levels where it might do more. I don't know. Dang. I love this map. See, what I was going for here was like a broken NES type texture. I wanted it to feel like if you ever play like on an NES, whenever like your cartridge gets like damaged, or whenever you put it in, it's like, oh shoot, it didn't load it all the way. Whenever you get all these like weird broken textures and stuff, I wanted it to feel like that because always the best like C levels in my opinion were always the like Mario, especially like the Mario Brothers 3 C levels. I'm being a little bit too loud, I think. Dang, that sucks. I was a lot better at parkour then, whenever I made this. Another thing that I thought about pretty heavily when I was making this map was Bennett Foddy's Getting Over It. Because one of my favorite parts about that game is whenever you lose, like if you fall down to the beginning and Fadi's getting over it, there is no sympathy. It is you fell to the beginning, you got to find your way back up, and it's so like cold the way it does it, where it's like you fell. The only way that you're gonna get better at this is simply by getting better. And whenever I was playing that game, I really enjoyed failing. I mean, it's a rage game, so sometimes you don't enjoy failing, but I really enjoyed getting better at something. I really enjoy being like, I'm sorry, I keep saying I really enjoyed. I get rambly, but if you fall, you go back to the beginning. If you fall, you lose, but you gotta get back up and you gotta try again. And the more you go up that mountain, it is purely just because you are getting better. And the second time you play that game, you're going to get up that mountain a whole lot quicker than the first time you beat that game. And I really wanted to embrace that spirit almost whenever I was making a parkour map. I was just like, it's hard, but I like that. And that's something I really enjoy about Fadian games. It's just like, it's hard, and then you got to get back into it. Which is part of my inspiration for this being as hard as it is. Also, I played a lot of parkour maps. And I always liked the ones that were just like, I always liked when it was a lot less about the things that the developer added, like the commands and the cool stuff, and it was like, can you make this stupid jump? And yeah, maybe this isn't as like, this one isn't as like good, almost, instance of having like a lot of polish and stuff like that. It's because I still am pretty young, and also just didn't want to spend all that much time doing that kind of stuff. I was just like, whatever, I'm gonna focus more on making it hard than making it super like enjoyable. Like adding the flair and stuff like that. I just, enjoyable isn't the right word. Maybe it is. But yeah, that's what I love about this. I keep replaying this part. I used to be able to get this like instantly. Oh. Alright. Cool. That's very nice. If I can just get back to those ladders again. I hope I don't find that something's broken in this release, where it's just like, oh crap, and I've got to like relaunch it, because that did happen a lot. Like there's like a billion beta test builds of this map whenever I was making it, because like this version was super early. Like whenever it was just this map was added like the first 10 hours. Yeah, there were alpha and beta versions of this map. Oh my god, please don't fail. Crap, I hate this part. I do not. Okay, there we go. I think there was a point in development where I tried to see if it was possible to get from there to there. And I'm like, this is an easy map. I'm not gonna do that. Let's go. Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool. That's still cool. This room is still cool. We're going to play bonus level 1. So, the thing is with these levels, I don't know if I ever explained it. These levels were recreations based off of old videos that my brother had, because I still don't have the files for this map, of these levels from the original version on Bedrock that I made 5 years ago. Because that map never got finished, I wanted to take a lot of those things to be like, you know, it's a nostalgia trip. The jump from there to there still sucks. I believe that all these levels are near perfect recreations. I'm not sure. I got really close, so. It's been about a year, so I don't remember everything. But I do remember how to finish this map. At least this level. Come on. That's not even hard. It's just an over 3 up 1. Come on. I can't do an over 3 up 1 all of a sudden. What is going on? Oh, crap. See this flower pot? One of the hardest parts of this level. Alright, come on. This is... did I ever... No. So, how I did the special... I'm trying to remember back to the old Bedrock. It's been a while. But I think I did the special levels by, like, there was, like, a find the button game in every level. And I believe in the original one, there was a button in that house. I like how I do it in this version a lot better, though. Come on. Alright. Let's go. This isn't even that hard. Come on. Let's go. Oh yeah, you get nothing. You just get the fun of playing the level, I guess. What if I use the reset here? Oh, you just go... I didn't know that. Time for a test. Yeah, so this level sucks. Is there a secret in this level? I forget. This would have been a good place to put one. I don't think that there is. Alright, yeah, though. See, the thing is with this level is it starts out in the in the trees, and then you increasingly like climb your way up. Another fault of mine with this map is I didn't add a lot of detail into the parkour. It was just like you get blocks that you're placing that I placed, you jump on, which is still fun in my opinion because crap. Come on. It's more about, again, I made it a whole lot more about the jumps and the tech, which is why the parkour trainer's there. You have to have a lot of momentum to do that one. I do remember that. Alright, come on. It's a lot easier if you have a bunch of momentum to like run across and jump, 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 jump. Is this where you're stuck? So, yeah, one thing about... another thing about this one is the amount of soft locks, which is another reason why I added the reset button. The amount of soft locks that were in this level were insane. And apparently my friends had found all of them when trying to play test, which is the point of play testing. But still, like, if you fell into every single hole, I couldn't imagine. Like, I think that's the reason why this is there, that is there. I'm like, how in the world did you fall in every single hole? Okay. Crap, I hate that one. This blocks thing sucks. Alright, buddy. Alright. Cool. We got it. Yeah. See, it's very unforgiving. I think that the name of my first Minecraft map was called Hop, Skip, and a Jump Away. Maybe. Something behind that. Something with that name. Ooh, that feels good. I still got it. Okay, let's go. It's very unforgiving, eh? Glad I have the calm music in the background because yikes. Yikes, I say. Right. Do this, and there we go. We do that. Okay. Alright, buddy. Okay. Alright, buddy. Okay. I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Is this no? Just an easy little 3 blocker. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's ramming into a wall. Alright. Another thing that you can see is that you can see a little bit of a map fail is wherever I put, you see wherever I put every single individual light block. Literally just because I'm not that good at making maps with consistent lighting. This is my only map that I've made. I did it well the first time. Yeah, is it? I did make it to the nether level without cheating. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Okay. I can't yell because my parents are in the other room. Comparing this to getting over it again, if that last level was the, if that first part was the tree, this is the section with the lanterns. little bit of a map error. You're supposed to go from blue, red, but I put two blues in a row. See, there works because you're still jumping from blue, red, blue. And I also didn't worry about this one because it's like, you're climbing up a red, whatever. Alright, I just made myself go all the way down that thing. Okay, come on. There we go. Alright. And I think that it's on this side. Yeah. Ah! It's not even okay. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to do that stupid part over again. I don't even know. I don't even know. I think that this song might get me copyrighted. Okay, so let's go. Alright, jump. Yeah, jump here. Here we go. See, the problem was, if you didn't already get, I was very close. Actually, I wasn't as close as I thought I was to the end. See, I'll show you guys later, but there was a level that was labeled like hard, medium, that was so unbelievably hard that whenever I went back to it and I was like, I was working on like polishing, I was like, this level sucks. Like, this is so hard. So instead of getting rid of it, I just like, I'll push it to, I'll push it up. So instead of it being like, I think it was in like pack 3, it was moved to like pack 5 or something like that. If my memory serves me right. I love being stuck on the same level forever. Hey, I got the momentum jumps. I wonder if you can just run across those normally without like jumping. That's a weird little thing. Yeah. You can't just run across those. I love that part. The part where you could just go jump, 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 jump. Speaking of jumps, I didn't make that one. I'm bad at being a streamer, guys. I do not know what to talk about. Okay, come on. Yeah, let's go. Ah! Come on. I've beat this level before. I know it's possible. I know all my levels are possible. Just not easy. I'm like this close from throwing my mouse on the car. If it wasn't for the fact my parents were sleeping, I would have already thrown my mouse across this room, dude. Oh my god. This music does not fit my pain. I am very angry right now. This song, I don't think it's helping. Actually, this. All right, cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. You're gonna make this jump. Easy one. my room was cold, but it seems like it's getting warmer. I'm not really sure why. Get up there. My goodness. I see. Eventually, I'll make it past this level. Next one's actually not that bad. I'm pretty sure I put the hardest one at the beginning just to like troll people, I guess. Because, my goodness, if I was reorganizing this now after replaying it, I probably should have put the next level one before this one. Ah! I don't want to talk about it. Hey guys, the reset button works. So even if you throw it on the ground, it gets it back. Because there's a kill item thing. And things I should have done also when making this is if you have a block that it should recognize if you have something in your inventory and keep giving it back to you. Because honestly, if you throw down any of the other ones, you just lose it forever. Well, unless you want to go back into the options and just give it back to you. I was, I think, a second away from throwing this at the wall. My better judgment barely stepped in where I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. Oh my gosh. I was like, I'm not throwing this at the wall. I was very close. It's a tear. I have a single tear rolling down my face. I don't know if you can get that. This map caused me to cry somehow. I think it's just because of allergies, but maybe it's because I'm being broken. Why? Why can't I just make that jump? Maybe if I go slower, I could be more consistent on it. This song's fire. I love the soundtrack. Oh, crap. But no, there we go. I was like, oh, it's the soundtrack, thank you. So that the creator of this music can actually get credited. Because even if it get copyrighted, I still want the creator to get credited. Alright, we are very close. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to go slow, wasn't I? I was. I was trying to do that by looking at like my OBS preview. Didn't work. surprised by how many frames per second this OBS preview is. Okay, I've gotta make it past at least this level before it's ended. This video is not gonna end with me on this level. I know it's a hard level, but my goodness. Did I say easy? I think I said easy for this level. Yikes. What does hard look like? I know hard gets hard. Did not use any MC edit in this, which might have helped. It might have helped if I was like, I'll use MC edit or a tool. No, everything here has been placed by hand. I did use commands like fill commands and stuff, but there is, other than fill commands, maybe some like copy paste stuff. But like everything is done without any external tools. Which, if I was making another one, I think I would actually do that too. I think it's nice to not have use any external tools to make something. It's nice. Whenever you're just like, you know what, I don't need to. I can place everything by hand. Which, you know, it makes it take longer, and maybe it's not as good that way, but you know what? I like it. Clearly used to be better at parkour if I thought this was easy. Either that or just wanted to rage bait the players, which would sound like me. I think one of the things you used to do is be able to fall in there, get stuck right there. I don't know if this map is multiplayer compatible. Because oh yeah, regen, saturation, night vision. If for some reason you fell and died, I don't think you lose any hearts. So I don't know why you do that. I think I just did that just to do that. You know, I'm surprised about some things about this map's build quality, because I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it is. I've played a lot of maps. Like I used to play like every single parkour map on MinecraftMaps.com. Like a new one came out, it's like, oh, I'm gonna play that. Ooh, I'm gonna play that. Uh, so I'd played most of them, even a lot of the bad ones. And then I switched to like, and considering how this map is, you know, there's maybe some stuff I could have polished visually, but actually, I really don't mind it, even though I've been played 4 levels. Yes! Okay, don't screw this up. Don't screw this up. No! Why? Why? Oh, come on. I've got to beat this level eventually. It gets a lot easier by the time you're finished with this. Because, I mean, realistically, there's actually just not a lot of stuff that's that bad in this one. But it's more about the... Do I fail at this jump a lot? I don't even notice. Huh. It's weird. Okay, that's not even it. And I know that there's a lot of stuff that you can do with data, like data packs, that if I was, I guess, a bit better at coding, I'm not bad at coding. If I was a bit better, though, I could do. But I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll make a very traditional map. And I feel like that is what this is. This is a traditional parkour map, which is what I was going for. That is the style, which is what I'm happy of. That it's like I get to make a parkour map that just gets to be. That's how I fall off. You know, I'm so lost in it. I'm just like, I just slip off there. It's weird. Yeah, because I played so many that it was once like a lot of the, I can't remember the creator, but like parkour, like mountain parkour spiral, and I'm like, this is so easy. Like I can complete this map like nothing. I could change. It's barely any sort of challenge, really. So I'm like, is there any Minecraft map like parkour that's actually hard? You know, I'm not always the type to be like I'm not the type to be like have the argument that like easy mode in video games is bad, stuff like that. But I am the type that's like that likes challenge. I like this sort of challenge where it's a guarantee that you can beat it if you work hard enough. Like there's no real guarantee that eventually you'll be able to finish it. Like, you know, there's always the chance that you give up or like don't get good. But with these sort of things, it's like eventually you'll get the skill to beat the level. Now, sometimes it takes almost an hour playing the same level to get that skill. But you know. Okay. Neat. I do the same jump 4 times and I can't get it on the last one. It's the same jump. Why do I keep failing on that one? There's nothing particular about that one. I don't think. And it's not even like these are hard. Like these jumps are not made to be that like hard. This is a over 3. This is an over 2. This is over 2. This is an over 2. This is diagonal 3. I think that yeah, diagonal 3. That's probably the worst one. Worst, like traditionally worst jump. Okay, well, at least I fell back on this one. At one point, I wanted to have a geometry dash practice mode where you, like, I just never employ. So I'm going to try and do this. And I'm going to try and go to the parkour trainer. Is that just what's, oh no. It just keeps what you have. A sign, bed to block, sequence water, head bumps, over 4, head hitter, neo, semi-neo, ladder climb. Yeah, this is what I want. So, you go here, you go here, you go here, okay. Then you do that, crap. You can practice. It's the same jumps. See, and I have it set up like this with these stripes so that you know exactly how far it is you're falling. And this is so that you know how far down you are falling. Because you can see that it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe, blocks up. And it's gray because the jumping blocks are white so that you can see the contrasts. I don't know, I think that's cool. Alright, cool. Alright. Why is it third one? I really don't understand why that is. Because I know I'll be able to beat the next one way easier. I think the next one might actually be a very easy. There's a very easy somewhere. Gotta be slower with my jumps. Okay, we literally just did this. I did this! I did this! Like twice! Man, I should make another one of these. Because there's a lot that I could add without changing the fact that it's supposed to be a traditional parkour map. peak. That was not peak. That was the opposite of peak. I think I can add the gimmick of the next one being you get speed 1. That'd be pretty cool. If I can just beat this one level eventually. Come on. Yeah, that isn't even hard. You just gotta not be so... Yeah. 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 Oh, this one sucks. You've got to go from here to there. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, this one does very much suck. That's the first one that's just like this jump just sucks. I do remember that, where it's just like, you're not gonna have a good time trying to do this one. I intentionally put that there. I really shouldn't have, looking back on it now, because it's just like, no. But everything after that's easy, like really easy. I'll still find a way to mess it up, I'll assure you. But that's easy. I'm so close to finishing this. That part could be easier. It's not hard, because I beat it plenty of times. It's just, why? Why am I not able to do it? You know? Why do I slip off there? I don't know. This part's cool because it's like natural parkour. It doesn't last very long though. Lulls you into a false sense of security. Well, you know, not a lot can happen when you fail that first one. %90 of the stream's just going to be this level. My goodness. Gosh, bro, what the heck? I like the red and blue because it helps you know where to go next. It's like red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. Well, if you're on a red, you should probably go to a blue. If you're on a blue, you should probably go to a red. If you don't know where to go next. Except for there. So, didn't account for that. I think the next really bad one though is the basketball. Talk like a normal human being. Basketball. Ooh. If I don't complete this level tonight, I'll never beat it. But why? But why? But why? I don't know why I'm at 62 levels. It's a bit of a strange one. I think I just got levels over time. Alright, I'm done. I can't. Oh, I can't believe I wasted an entire stream just playing this one level. I can't. I can't just quit. I've got to quit. Okay, I can get one more try. I'm done. I can't. Maybe I think I'll stream this again tomorrow because I wanna beat this. Bye bye.